Or hey, welcome back. Good to have you back. Because we're doing back. On my lat pull down machine. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We're doing back again. Because we're back again. The boys are back down. The boys are back down. The boys are back. The boys are back. Alright. Remember, arch your back. And then at the top of your chest. This is a warm-up set. Don't go crazy. Because eventually you won't be able to touch the top of your chest. And we'll get there when we get there. Okay? Alright, sounds good. Alright. As you can see, it's a lot easier for me to do these, but right now, I can't touch my chest. So until I can do 3 sets where I can touch my chest, I'm not gonna go up and wait. Because it's about all but back is all about isolation. So that's how you know. That's what you know. That's just what to go by. It's a rule of thumb. Sorry for the glare. Look at those eyes. Alright. And if the boys want to fight, you better let them. Thin Lizzy. Fun fact, Thin Lizzy's a black man. And I know, he doesn't sound like it at all in that song. But yeah. He was like a white black man, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. One hit wonder is a shame. Such potential. Feel them traps stretch out. See, I'm doing like that swaying motion. You don't really want to do it, but kind of helps to do it. Oh yeah, I haven't done behind the neck yet. Totally forgot about behind the neck. Holy shit. Wow, I completely forgot about behind the neck. Holy crap. That's a whole extra workout. Holy shit. It's because I'm used to that crap. Fighting against daylight right now. Okay. So, which is good and bad all at the same time. I found an extra workout that I completely forgot. What the hell's the matter with you people? You watch me go and do my first back workouts on a Smith, I want to say Smith machine, but no, a lat pull down machine. And yeah, and no one could be bothered to be like, hey, what about behind the neck pull downs? Which is literally half the workout. It's like biceps and triceps, kind of, but not, because they're not different muscles. It's just a different way to rip the muscle so it cultivates fully. That's the whole art of being a bodybuilder, is that every part of your body is symmetrical. Every muscle is the same size as every other muscle, or not same size, but in perpetuity to be, wow, why am I blanking on? I keep wanting to say I hate when I start conversation or sentences in the middle of a workout. Oh yeah, so bring this down just above the top of your neck, not your neck bone, not your neck bone. So you don't hit your neck bone. It's a very dangerous place to hit. I've literally in my lifetime, like IRL, have seen someone hit their neck bone and were paralyzed afterwards. The guy wasn't doing a lot of weight either. A bunch of little sets like this are great. Because then you can isolate that part of your lats. You want to be symmetrical. In bodybuilding, sorry. Hit pause. Hit pause. The whole thing with fighting the daylight today is that it's so cold outside. That's why my nipples are hard. They're less hard because I got, my blood pressure's up from being excited and mad that I haven't been doing lat pull downs behind the neck, because they are so important. Alright, this will be my last set. But yeah, look at how good I look. Ah! You bad motherfucker. Uh-oh. Bad mamma jamma. Bad mother. Q. Feel those lats stretch out. Okay, so this thing that sucks about fighting daylight is that right now at this time you need to shut all your curtains and windows. Even though it's still daylight, it's not enough to bring heat in, and it's so cold out that heat just leaves. So literally in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I have to go and close all my curtains and turn the lights on. Keep the heat in. Alright, let's hurry up, try to get one set in while we still got daylight. Still have the darkness. The darknesses. Charlie Murphy! He is the last funny Murphy ever. Charlie Murphy! and he punched me right in my head. And he had that Unity ring on, so I had Unity across my forehead. Yeah, last funny Murphy. Eddie Murphy, by far, is the funniest comedian to ever live. But he hasn't been funny since Raw. And you can't say that he recaptured his magic in his movies, because the only jokes in the movies that were his were from Delirious, which was the first stand-up before Raw. Raw was Raw. Raw was literally everything he couldn't get away with during Delirious, and is also the one comedy show you do not bring the person you want to spend the rest of your life with to. You just don't. Unless you know that they are on your level of intelligence and security and just all around loyalty, because yeah, you got to watch the special. If I describe it at all, one, I'll be ruining it. Two, literally just the fact that it'd be inappropriate as hell. There's no explaining it. And in no way, shape, or form is there a context that I can use like 90% of the jokes. I have said a few of them throughout like my time doing this YouTube channel, but I didn't do them right because no one, it's even part of his stand-up. It's like you go to your buddies after the show and you're like, oh my God, he said, MF and this and Goonie Guku and kiss my big red ass and all that, and then your buddy at work is like, yeah, that's some really funny shit. And it's like, yeah, I guess you had to be there. He doesn't say I guess you had to be there, but yeah, he does that. Yeah, that's some real funny shit, which pretty much in the Goonie Goo is the only part of that I got right. So another example of why I'm not going to explain Raw to you. All I say is that watch it by yourself and you will not stop laughing until it's over. And I'm not talking about like chuckle every 5 minutes. I'm talking nonstop belly laughing till your abs are on fire. And it's from like 1988 or something like that. And the jokes still stand the test of time. That's how you know when it's the best ever. I mean, even Bill Cosby himself is still a masterpiece. So it literally goes Eddie Murphy's Raw, Delirious, Bill Cosby's as himself, and then whatever fucking Dave Chappelle does. Sorry, whatever the hell Dave Chappelle does. Cut that part out. Alright. Okay. Sorry, it's almost dark, but yeah. Oh, so I watched a documentary that just popped up about the two Corys. I mean, if you know Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, they were, pretty much like the end of the boomer and beginning of the millennial generations, like teen brat pack they were called. And so first of all, Corey Feldman is a piece of shit. He's a fucking junkie, fucking scumbag, jealous piece of shit. I'm sorry for swearing so much. But yeah, he totally got jealous of Corey Haim because Corey Haim looks like a gay person, and Corey Feldman looks like a plastic surgery patient. If he hasn't gotten plastic surgery, then oh my God, I feel terrible. Like, not for him because he's a terrible, terrible, terrible person, because the narrative, and I watched the documentary just to see like if they were going to fully call out Corey Feldman for being just as bad as all the people that raped him and raped Corey Haim or whatever the fuck, or whatever the you know, all that shit went down because yeah, they literally, Corey Feldman was already a child star, and literally went and heard about this new Corey and that he was going to be just as famous as him, and they were going to do this whole two Corys thing and be in movies together and shit. And literally, Corey Feldman was just like, who the hell is this punk? Like, was he trying to take my spotlight? And then he's seeing that, like, in teen magazines, he's getting ranked higher in looks. And he never mentions it, ever. But you see him look at the magazine, and you see his eyes just go, like, cold. And then the rest of that, like, scene that you see him, like, bring up the point that he's ranked higher. Or no, it's brought up to him. You know, because reporters are trying to get a rise out of him. And he just looked dead inside. And after that, it was like, if anyone didn't notice that he was purposely giving Corey Haim all the shit, everything, like jobs that he didn't want, and that he was like a bully to him, and that he literally pressured him to go to clubs and stuff like that, and pretty much get molested by their directors all the time instead of him. He pretty much said, hey, this guy's better looking than me and he's my age. You probably want to fuck him more than me. And instead of, you know, like he tried to do for, I don't know how, it's been like, what, 20 years he's been on this, like, well, the first 10 years is, he was raped, and then Corey Haim died, and then he was like, we were both, you know, taking advantage, no, it was like, you know, we were both taking advantage of it, and it was partially my fault, because they tried to do a reality show, and then Corey Haim out of nowhere was just like, why are you still friends with the guy that, you know, molested me for the first time when I was 16? And you still hang out with him. You're still best friends with him. And no one has done anything about this. Like, Corey Feldman is not in prison. He's still a weird-looking, lesbian-looking fucking, like, he just looks like a lesbian that's done meth and then got plastic surgery. He's a lesbian meth head that's done plastic surgery or gotten it done. That's all I really needed to say, is that he's also a predator and needs to be put away for the rest of his life. Which would probably be great for him, because then he would be amongst his own kind. But once they found out, you know, his exact involvement in everything to do with Corey Haim, and why Corey Haim, pretty much, he took his life. He overdosed on purpose, because it's not like he was like on drugs so heavily to the point where he had, because the documentary, which is false, that's defamation. Someone should sue the shit out of the most recent one, even though it's just a YouTube. But yeah, it literally said that, you know, it got rampant at the end, and then yeah, and that he overdosed because the regular opioids that he was taking weren't enough, so he had to take a whole bunch of them to get the same high, which is two things. One, he would just throw it all up, and two, if he did create that kind of tolerance, he wouldn't have OD'd, because when your body has that kind of a tolerance, you literally become invincible, at least until you're in your 50s. And he was like 35 or something like that when he passed. So, yeah, last time I checked, you don't OD when your body is young. And also, he literally was shown passing a drug test like days before he OD'd. supposedly. So the whole narrative of that his drug use got so bad that it literally took his life, which is the same narrative they're trying to use against China. But no, they were both murdered by whoever was watching them or taking care of them. And in Corey Haim's situation, it was probably Corey Feldman. And because just the week before, he told Corey Feldman told Corey Haim that he doesn't think that they should do any work together anymore and they should go on their separate ways. And then, yeah, so he did that. And yeah, and then pretty much after that was just like, all right, I got to clean up my dirty laundry. And in Hollywood, during that time, you could literally do anything because the mafia was also part of everything. And also, in case people don't realize, there still is the Illuminati. And people think that Illuminati is all, whatever, conspiracy. The Illuminati is actually the name that the American people gave to the Jewish mafia. They don't go by the Illuminati, but that's just what they're called. So every time you hear the Illuminati, it's really just very, very wealthy Jewish people that are running their own mafia. But it's here and there. And it's not like they need the mafia to make money off of it. They just have their own, code and ring. So that if you do something to them, they can make you disappear. That's why it's so crazy and why it's so effed up that everyone thinks that our president is so terrible. If he was so terrible, he would have had you disappear the moment that you opened your mouth. The moment that you went and got a septum piercing, he would have had you executed. Not executed, but disappeared. And guess what? This is Bodybuilding by Holobic, and I hope to see you next time, because it's dark. And I'm wasted, like my back is done. And I can't do hyperextensions because I just shoveled my entire driveway again. I don't know why I keep doing it, but yeah, so my lower back is wasted. All right. See you next time.